All right. There we go. There we go. All right, guys. How is it going? Happy Sunday. I appreciate everybody dropping in. Hopefully, you can hear me well. If you're not, let me know. And if you still can't, well, then just turn up your speakers. What's going on, Nick Martino? Thank you. Hey, Marco, thank you for being the first one in. Imagine that. Dan, Stan, EDC, we greatly appreciate it. And yeah, happy early St. Patrick's Day. How about that? Matt Mauer's in the house. What's up, sir? How are you? And people are slowly making it in, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is. We can call it St. Patrick's Day weekend since most people like to celebrate pretty hard. Well, a lot of people do. And in doing so, they try to do it on the weekend. Sorry, guys. I am sucking down the Gatorade, fighting down the dehydration. This cold thing has ran through the T.C.Blades household. It has been brutal. Let me tell you about it. And probably the only reason I'm able to talk now is the cold medicine I've ingested. So, but I do appreciate everybody dropping in. I greatly appreciate it. And, you know, it kind of snuck up on me is I said I was going to do a St. Patrick's Day giveaway, and I am. So I will work on that throughout the stream. I'll make it fun. It's not going to be a huge one, but it will be something that will maybe make your spring a little slicier. So, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Nick. It's just, it seems to having two kids in school, having a wife that's a teacher, it happens every year. It's just it happened to happen, here where spring is already here early here in the South, and between allergies, hay fever, pollen, and then a cold. Yeah. So, but I'm thankful to be here. Okay. Yeah, mats. I wished it was one mat. I got these from Blade City, and I talked to them, and they're great guys, by the way. I talked to them about if they would share who makes them for them. I said, I'm not trying to undercut you guys. I said, I would like to get one with maybe my logo. And I said, I'd love a bigger one that covers my entire desk. And they they didn't really blow me off, but they're like, we can't really remember. We think, with an overseas OEM like Alibaba or something. So it is what it is. You know, I've thought about taking this border out of the middle and together, but who knows? So you don't get this. Let's see. All right, let me check up with the. Let me try to read some of this chat because Miss T.C.Blades, who's actually been the worst out of us, is not in the room tonight to help me. I love your Matt. I read that. Well, remember, at least I say every time you get sick, it helps you. That's right, it does, supposedly. Except they say the common cold, is. Anyways, yeah, I am that way too. And I spent so many years in the restaurant industry that I'm not a germ freak, but I wash my hands like religiously. Um, and in every bathroom in the house, I tell my wife, I like that foaming antibacterial soap, and I ask her to make sure we have that in the kitchen, the bathrooms. So, okay, let's see. Yeah, I like my Strix. Let me tell you. Okay, and I was going to show this later, but hey, why not now? So I got my Strix in, loved it, absolutely love it. I still love it. I'm not saying loved. I shouldn't say loved in the past tense. And then I said, well, I want to make it purple. And I said the purple with the black hardware and all would look terrific. And it did. And I was real happy with it for about 5 days, 4 days. And then I was like, I want to go back natural tie, but I want everything to be natural tie. So I went back and even the black hardware, I gotten back to natural tie. So, yep, there she is. Some people might consider it a blank. Ed Durbin is in the house. Hey, how are you, sir? So some people say it's a blank canvas, but I kind of like it, and I'm really, really, really kind of working a deal, trying to get a custom, but also too, I'm trying to save money for Blade Show. Hey Ed, check out what I bought. Oh, go arms! Look at that, Ed. Oh, now I don't possess the skill that Ed does, but I figured it'd be fun to toy around with, especially since you can't really see with the lights in here. But man, this stuff explodes under a black light. So I wish these mats did. They kind of do, but anyways. So let's see. And that's a looker. Hey guys, give me a second. I'm wearing my regular glasses, but when I am at the computer, I actually need a different pair. So give me 1 second. Talks amongst yourselves. Ed's not here. He's a figment of our imagination. I would tend to agree with you on that, but if I did, that would mean we dream about Ed. And I know I'm not dreaming about Ed. I better not dream about Ed. Actually, y'all, does anybody else have weird ass dreams on cold medicine? Like I get if you're in the hospital and you got to have some like um anesthesia or something like that. Yeah. Actually, I've never dreamt on anesthesia. Um it's like best sleep ever, but anyways, yeah, like the the cold medicine is like really making me the other night I dreamt that I worked at like a tire school. Okay. And I don't mean like a school to mechanics or how to make tires. It was kind of like some just messed up like Votech type thing, and I was drilling holes in tires and then teaching kids how to plug them. It, I don't know. So when you took the patches, what is that? What's that one? Yeah, I had crazy dreams too. When I quit, not when I quit smoking because I just quit cold turkey, but when I first tried, I took some kind of med and like shit was like making you trip. So I stopped taking it. Yeah. So when I finally quit is when my wife said she was pregnant with Leonard Shelby, aka Shelby. And I was like, I'm not going to smoke around my pregnant wife and I'm not going to smoke around my child. And I quit. So, and I'm going to tell you right now, guys, I grew up around New Orleans. I partied hard. I've enjoyed life when I was young. And out of everything I've ever done in my life, kicking nicotine was the hardest thing. So, so okay, networks here, the EDC connection. Yeah, yeah, I know. Let me tell you, Ed, I was really thinking about that Tucson. I absolutely love the scales of that Tucson. And Ed, is that Tucson that you posted today? Is that hollow grind? Because if that logo is not real high, I could send it off to get hollow ground. And yeah, like that would take that right off. Yeah, I take ibuprofen. Um, I switch. I switch between Tylenol, ibuprofen, and naproxen, but mainly Tylenol and ibuprofen. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, I've kept you in my thoughts, Ed. I really have. I've been exactly where you are, and to be just, it sucks, man. It absolutely sucks. And this is when I wished I was like rich or like a billionaire, because I would reach out to people and just help them. So, and I'm going to buy something from you, Ed. I just need to go through it again because I know what it's like. And I would be the same way. I would ask people, "Hey, do you have any odd jobs? Do you want to buy this?" Because you know it's hard. So definitely thinking about you, man. TS 177 is a flat grind. See, so could you imagine a hollow grind on that? That would look sick. I'm going to tell you, and last night was a testament to this community. Actually, um, hold on, guys. It was so. I was. I apologize, guys. Y'all know I fight chronic dehydration, and it dries my throat out. It's from a medication I take. But anyways, the way the community came together last night and helped another brother out, I was really impressed. Hey, I hear you. I hear you, Ed. I got a couple like that that like I'm probably never ever going to get rid of. That everything aligned, and especially when you can trade or trade up for something you really had your eye on. And that's kind of how I got my only um well shit, it's right here. Hello. Mm, I said it was right here. Anyways, my Grimsmo Norseman. So yeah, I do. I've been doing some reorganization with cases. I got a couple of new cases in, and I am basically setting up like one or two cases, Nick. that are, you can never say never, right? But um yeah, these two cases are gonna be like, these are my baby cases, you know. So, and then some will be the rest. I do. And I got a couple of cheaper knives that were the first for me, and kind of like that gateway knife. And yeah, that I will never ever get a I say I never don't ever plan to get away with give them away, sell them, trade them, or whatever. Goodness. So, well, it's been kind of a slow knife week for me, guys. It's crazy too because I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you do, the USPS informed delivery. So I have that. I have the USPS app on my phone. I have UPS, FedEx, and DHL. All right. And so I have a couple of FedEx notifications that I have FedEx coming. I have two UPS coming. No, one FedEx, two UPS, and then a ton of stuff that is in the system for the USPS. And I I don't know what's going on, but man, it has been slow. I said I sold one of I bought two of the original TriStash when they first dropped, and I had the all black and I had the reverse tux, and I sold the all black. And I bet the guy didn't even get it in the mail before I had, seller's regret. So, man, my ears are popping. It sucks having this cold. So, but yeah, it's been kind of a slow week. Let's see. The stuff I have on my desk, obviously, some of it's new, some of it's not new, some of it's stuff I've just carried this week. And, like one of them is Taylor Martin's. It's a small knife, but I saw somebody do a video and they had it in their hand. I was like, oh man, I hadn't held mine in a while, my Klingman. And I got it out of my Civivi box and I was like, damn man, I forgot how nice of a knife this is. And although it's very slender, I mean it's not a tiny knife, and beautiful hollow grind. And look, Civivi is good about this. Like oh, there you go, right there. Look, guys. That's mirror polish out of the box. That's factory edge. I didn't do that. So I did do one thing to this one is I shaved the micarta right here to give better access to the lock. You see the lock bar? And it's funny that I did that because the new one, they've done that on the new one. They've done some extra milling through here, but they also shaved it here to give better access. So I was like, okay, so I must not be the only one. Yeah, I love the banter. I have the banter too. Also, excuse me. Can't say numbers in knives because people think they're. I have Actually I have a couple of banners. No, I don't. I have a banter. No, wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I have a number of banters and baby banters. Carrie's gotten me one. I've acquired a few. I took a few baby banters and turned them into titanium banters. And I also have a couple of yonders, and I seen a notification where the over yonder is it out yet, guys? Let me look. I know I got a I got a thing asking me did I want to order one, and the one I wanted, it wouldn't let me order. And all right, so if you look at the Overland Expo on their homepage, as soon as you get there and you go to in stock, it doesn't show it. It shows it on the screen, but it doesn't show it. As their new arrivals, it shows the Vexron, the Kite Fin, um, the Muck Flipper, the Partake, the multi-tool thing, the Slippy Cindy, and it's the slip joint version, and then the mini shaken or shakan, however you want to say it. So no over yonder yet, but hey, nope, never mind. That's not what I thought it was. And if I could ever learn how to share the screen, guys, I would do it. But I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, I know how I do it. I just go to my browser, don't I? Yep. Let's see. Y'all want to see if I can do it? Let's see. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Let me know if I get it right. Dude, I'll be so freaking excited because I am learning. Okay. Copy. Go back. Add web browser. Paste. Add. Hey, hey. Okay. It's just showing the browser. It's not allowing me to. Well, doesn't that suck? Okay, whatever. I'll figure that out for next time, guys. But yeah, it shows it on the landing screen, but I don't see it at all. So, oh, that's a good looking knife. The Burr Light Flipper. I guess it's the uh, cheaper version of the Burr. Anyways, back to the live stream. Let me catch up. I think a few people dropped in. Gonzo, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. I see. And anybody else? Ooh, I just want to make sure. Okay, did not. Yeah, the brr. Yeah. I'm not making fun of it because he's one of my favorite knife designers. His um Raphael Brzezinski, his knife, the Shadowfire, which that's not its real name, by the way. Um, I won that on, and I've told this story a few times. I won it on Blade HQ a couple of years ago, and I got it, and I looked at that Damascene steel, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's nice." And then, well, the rest is history. Are you giving away the Klingman? No, I'm not. If I had more than one, I would, but this was like uno numero. This is one of the first ones, and no, I was just talking about the knives that I have received this week, or not. I didn't receive this one this week. I just pulled it out of its spot and have used it a little bit. Man, absolutely love it. I did change thumb studs on it though. So these are a little bit more accessible than the ones they had on it. And but the action, y'all, on a Klingman is just sick. Like absolutely sick. Oops. I don't think I can finger flip. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. Anyways. No, I'm not giving away that. So hey, that's okay, Dan. Hey, who else is live? I don't want to be stepping on anybody's toes. Y'all know how I am about that. But I will go ahead. Hey, and everybody be sure and hit that like button. We got 14 people in here and only 6 likes. Help a brother out. Yeah. All right, let me go back to this. Well, well. Okay, whatever. So, all right. Maybe that'll be a little bit better on the sound. YouTube was giving me the you need to turn your volume up thing. So, Barbie EDC. Okay. Okay. Well, send my or not condolences, but my salutations. And yeah. Okay, so here is another knife that I didn't get in this week. and I've been waiting to do a video on it, guys. Oh, Ed. um, I'm gonna do I haven't done one in a while, but like a blowout, like a budget banger video or whatever. And this one's gonna be on it. And it's one of those weird Chinese names because it's all initials. Um CCFFCC. And yeah, that is definitely the name. And they make a few different knives. You can find them on Amazon. And it's DC-53, which if you look up the specs on DC-53, it's like a kind of a D2 on steroids. Um, it's supposedly a little bit tougher and has a touch more corrosion resistance. So yeah, this little guy, I say little, he's full size knife, but kind of reminds me of the Vastid. Y'all help me out here. Um, I can't remember the name. Ja, whatever. Anyways, yeah. So it's kind of like a buoy clip point. Uh, Action phenomenal. I mean, just terrific. Great knife. Carbon fiber. They got it in blue, black, and then this red and G10. So I probably would have went with the blue, but they didn't have it. So this is going to be in with um the upcoming video of the budget bangers. All right. I'm slouching. My posture's bad, and I'm not talking into the microphone properly. Excuse me, guys. Then um the Vexron, and I can't remember if I showed this last week, but it's like I got here, I unboxed it, and then I set it to the side. Also, now this is a flat grind, but also a hollow grind. Did not like it when I looked at it on the screen. And then once I got it in hand, I was like, holy shit. Um, the only drawback, and you guys probably already see it, is it's a plunge lock. Now, I have beat the shit out of this knife trying to get it to fail, and it never has. And that's the truth. But I know how people feel about plunge locks. And especially with all the top liner locks that are coming out, even in the budget realm. Yeah. So, but this is a sick little knife. And to me, it's following that perfect profile of kind of like a sail fin, kind of like I'm not comparing it quality wise, but like a regular OG Rosie, SPK, those kind of knives, that shape, that format. And actually, if you watch in my video, I think I pull out a my SPK, my Lamia. I can't remember. Anyways, so yeah, the Vexron by Civivi, and yes, Civivi did provide me that knife. So thank you, Civivi. I greatly appreciate it. I am poor, and it's hard to buy knives because trust me, I buy more than I get for free. All right, let me read. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, yeah, I kind of like the Django. The best guys Civivi is going to start doing. Yeah, I know. And my guess with this, Matt, is it was already in production. So that is my guess. And depending on how this knife does, I think if they re-release this with top liner lock, holy moly, that'd be awesome. I love that hollow grind. It is sick. It gets thin. And again, Civivi with their, let me see if I can catch the light again. Practically sending their knives with mirror edges. I mean, that's just insane. Insane, man. Okay. Now, on to I picked up another rhino. Why? Because, guys, if you've not held a top liner lock rhino, oops, my bad. It is amazing. It is sick. This, I mean, budget wise, yes, it's more expensive than this guy over here. But I was thinking, do I include it in my budget video? You know, I don't know. But yeah, man, like, dude, the action on this. Let's see. All right, so BV and guys, I'm catching up on the chat. Y'all, Boudreaux, if you hear him barking, poor. He's been a sick doggo today. Something's got his stomach upset, and he is not a happy camper. Can't help stuff we like. Who makes this? Ramet. Um, and this is the second one I've had of this. The last one I had, I used my little method that dyes the scales. So it turned out to be dark purple, mid-tone purple, black. It looked really cool if you haven't seen it. I got pictures posted somewhere. And then I ended up selling it. Had a kind of a pinch, something come up that I needed to earn some quick cash, and it sold in probably less than 10 minutes. So I had a chance to acquire another one. Yeah, Ramet is super nice. And they sent me, well, they did send me. Somebody else sent it, but through their instruction, a swordfish, and it was awesome. It was really great. So I got that in, and okay, hold on. And I got a new North Mountain blade in also, but I just set a box to the side. That, huh. Well, I've already misplaced a knife, guys, that I was going to show everybody. Oh, well, I'll just have to wait. Or or you'll have to watch the video. Yeah, listen, uh, I haven't found, like, some I like more than other, but I have not found a knife that I don't like from Ramet. Like, I like their style, I like their edges, I like their heat treat. So yeah, I love some Ramet. And the knife I want to show y'all is a Ramet. That's what's ticking me off. I'm an idiot, man. Hold on. Guys, I have so many damn knife boxes. It's really getting out of hand. Okay, that's the Rhino that just came in. There's an empty Ramet box. Oh, my chair is squeaking. Well, I will I will look for that knife at a later date. I stashed it somewhere and I was like, I want to open this on the live stream, and I'll be damned if I didn't lose it. How is that even possible? Okay, well, moving on. And did I see Robin? Hey, Robin, thanks for dropping in. I greatly appreciate it. So I also got this is the mo- most expensive knife I've gotten, uh, Demco wise. And I absolutely freaking love it. Um, all mine were the smaller ones and like shark cubs and stuff like that. And this thing is just fidget friendly, but a beast. So, yep, that is a full size 80/20. It is a big boy. And I was really hesitant because I was like, how is the action going to be? Um, yeah, and it's got the deep period clip on it. And I was like, but I wanted to get one because there's so many scales and so much stuff you can do with them. But when it came in, I was just like, oh my God, that's so nice. So this has been a blast to carry this week. Um, and yeah, I mean, I I can sing its praises. I was thinking about doing an unboxing because yeah, it's new to me, but everybody's and their brothers, knows Demcos and 80/20s, and there wasn't anything special. And so I was like, I don't want to do one and people clicking on it thinking it's the triple X. So yeah, I mean that triple X is, I haven't seen it, but just looking at its specs, that is sick. Absolutely sick. And and this has been my box demon this week. Uh I'd lost it. Imagine that. I'd lost it, and so moving boxes around and all that, I found it, and it's an all titanium, quick release. Love it. Love it, love it. No particular brand, I don't think. I want to say I got it on Amazon. I think so. If you guys want, screen shot it, and yeah, I believe I got it on Amazon. Nice, man. Like I wished I could find a blade that was this dimensions and do a blade swap because this thing is sick. I absolutely love this. So I'm gonna call it No Name, the No Name Box Demon. Yeah. And last but not least, and this showed up yesterday. This is what I got in from North Mountain Blades. Picked up one of the new grippers. Yeah. And absolutely insane knife. Um, when I saw it closed, I was like, I did not like that. I was like, that's gonna have to like maybe be partially deleted. And then, but once it's opened, that is insane. Full, full jimping, full spine jimping, man. Um, yeah, absolutely love it. And so it might just be me, but I have a hard time using the back flipper. And I'll tell you why. Because when it comes back, even when you're moving your thumb fast, it wants to catch right there. See, see, like, I don't know, man. Like, you just have to do it and pull away like quick. You can't just light switch it down the spine because it'll catch you. I mean, I guess you could. So, kind of like how does this bicycle work type thing. And but yeah. But my favorite way to open this is either reverse flick or like it's as far as like front flipping, it reminds me of a tri-stash of like it wants to be. It's telling you front flip me. So, and of course the SLD Magic Blade. And I thought about getting the DLC, but I'm glad I didn't. I just think that looks so nice and so clean. I've got a Gripper 2 prototype with a convex grind, and I love it. It is, isn't it? I mean, it will get you, won't it, Ed? Like, you better hit it and move. Wow. Yeah. See that, guys? I mean, you better flip it and jump back because it's coming for you. But I guess, I hadn't spent a ton of time back flipping it just because I knew it did that. But the more I do it, the easier it seems to get. But still, it's not like this where you can just, so. But I'm not complaining. It's just a little bit of a learning curve for it. The Pond, sir, how are you? Thank you for dropping in. Hey, be sure and hit that thumbs up on your way in. We're always looking to kick the algorithm's ass. Hey, and the Yakuza, which I didn't go live last Sunday, so y'all haven't seen it, right? Did I, other than my video, have I shown the Yakuza? I can't remember. I just posted the video this week, but I've had it for a little bit. And this gets to me via Couyon and Sever 7. So so I have to send this back to Sever this week. Yeah, buddy. I had to send back the prototype of the IR2. Sent that back to Steve at One Track Mind. I was like, oh my God. Okay, so I'm not losing my mind. I went to look to see if I missed. Yeah, I didn't do it live last week because I was coming back. I didn't make it in time. Am I right? So I did a little short clip it of, hey, driving in the car. Sorry, guys, didn't make it back. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't get it in this week, but yeah, I got the Yakuza in. So a couple pulled out of the safe to use. I redid my Strix again. And found my box demon. So as far as new, this is semi-new. I just hadn't done a video because it's going to be in the budget video. This is it for me today or this week. And of course, the knife I can't seem to find. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do though, guys. For the giveaway now, I'm going to post a short on the 16th or the 17th, okay? And it'll be a little St. Patrick's Day short, and it will be short. And all you have to do, and I'm not going to type this or anything, so you'll have to listen to the live or watch the live, is comment on that video, and then I will do a comment picker, and um, it'll be for the knife I can't find. And I promise you it's good. It's not like a Flissa or something like that. No, I mean, it's, trust me, it's a knife you would want. I would think you would want. And I can't believe I can't find it. Good God. That's just going to drive me nuts. Damn, am I sitting on it, maybe? Sorry, guys. I'm determined to find this knife. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. I found it. There was another knife sitting on the box. Those are numbered, aren't they? The grippers? I think so. Yes, I got number 23. Michael Jordan, baby. 23. Come on, focus. Focus. Can you see it? 23. Yes. Okay. So, make sure this is the right one. Hold on. This might not be the right one, but let me open it up. Ugh. Okay. This one has not even been out of the box yet, guys. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the giveaway knife, you guys want to see it? Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. We got us another rhino. Yes, sir. So, yep, I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't lying. So there we go. I could make it fun. I could, is that DLC? No. I wished it was. You know, hey, Nick, what do you think? Because DLC, it's been a hot topic, not DLC, but hardness, Rockwell. It's been a hot topic this week. And I get that DLC itself is harder than the steel, but you're not cutting with the DLC, right? So you're cutting with the edge. So the DLC, when it goes through that process, you're taking a heat treated blade and you're heating it again. So it's got to drop down some of the it's got to drop it down a few Rockwell points, is what I'm saying. Anyways, well, they are very. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, let's see. I am just reading the comments. These rhinos are flat grind, but they are pretty thin blades. You want to know how thick the blade is? On the which one? The gripper or the rhino? Um, hold on. I got my calipers right here. I moved everything looking for that knife, and now I done lost my calipers. Y'all, the left side of my desk is a freaking wreck. I mean, I guess I could look it up, right? Like, okay, and I have another question about the rhino, and I want your guys' input. Okay, is now it could be just a mistake. All right, and especially for the price. Dear God, man. Oh well. That's what happens when you lose something, you move everything, and then when you go to look for what you knew was there, it's gone too. Um, what was I saying? Shit. Oh, these rhinos. Okay. Now you can see all the layers, right? And I saw, I can't remember who it was, and they were saying in the video about it being carbon fiber. But I thought these new rhinos were also just G10. They were just layered G10. Okay. And when I colored the or dyed the last one like this to purple, I used my G10 coloring method and it took it perfectly. But the milling definitely no, it's definitely it's not a laminate. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a laminate. Look, I mean it's well done, but it's a laminate. So and for the price of this little banger, this little beater, who gives a shit? This is like 25 bucks with better than D2 steel. But anyways, I was under the impression this was layered G10 and but I've also seen I'm assuming it was just a mistake. Oh no, no they're not. Not I'm all micartas. I mean, this micarta, you can feel the fabric in it, okay? And I have a micarta scent cut, or I did. I think I gave it away. That was blue, and it looked like if you oil micarta or you've handled it for a long time, how it gets that darkened color. I was like, well, I'm gonna fresh it up because if you want to freshen up micarta, you can hit it with some sandpaper. And no matter what I did, it never got lighter. So in the beginning, I didn't like micarta, and I love it now. So, um, I don't know who does this carbon fiber for Kubi, but I really like it. Or not Kubi, Katuo, excuse me. I mean, the micro milling in these, there's no way you're gonna be able to see it, but you can kind of see some of the lines. Yeah, the micro milling, this is not sanded smooth. It's pretty sick. But Now, if I kept this Vexron, I thought about maybe, I don't know, breaking up the pattern, getting rid of the chevrons. But once you get below the green G10, there's nothing. So you couldn't do much. Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. Like even that plunge lock right there on the Vexron. I mean, I think that Savivi had faith in it or they wouldn't put it out there because the last thing that they want to do is have to give refunds or, get a letter saying your knife failed and hurt someone. So they are. I mean, I've only been in the game for like a little over 3 years and quality has leapfrogged. Like what you can get now for 40 bucks, 45, 50 bucks compared to what you had to pay 45, 50 bucks 5 years ago. I mean, dude, the knife industry, the EDC industry, but especially the knife industry, it is in hyperdrive. And I hope that the current, things going on politically and globally do not affect it. So, yeah, I totally agree with that, man. Because I love me some American made knives, even though this is one is not made in America, but it is an American company. Um, you better believe I own bucks and case and stuff like that too. Um, I like Chinese made knives. I mean, dude, they are well made. There's a lot of shit that can come out of China, and there's a lot of simply amazing knives. So, tell you who else I like. I like Poland. Poland's got some badass knife makers. Just saying. Oh, I think I'm gonna fix my other computer chair so I can get it. It's quieter, but I need to fix it. So, and it keeps my back from hurting. This damn thing hurts my back. Okay, let me see. You're right, Nick. It does not. Um, but they got it right on this one. I mean, I wasn't even sure how much I was going to like this until I got it in hand. It is little things, isn't it? It is little things. Like there's been times I have been so excited about something and I get it in hand and the tiniest damn thing and I'm selling it. Like and it's not because it's a bad knife, but it's not the knife for me. So, oh, listen to the sound of this, guys. I mean, just I love that. I love that sound. So now this is one I like, but I won't say that I won't ever get rid of it either. See, I haven't even taken it apart yet, so it doesn't. Let's see. Should have a little flashlight right here. I should have like 6 little flashlights right here. Oh, all right. Nope. Nope. Sure doesn't. It's super bright. Sure doesn't. Man, well, this one doesn't either, though. Yeah, the Strix is, I, d- I don't, I like it. It's just, it's a different beast. I don't know. It is a different beast. This is another knife I didn't like when I first laid eyes on it. And once I got it in hand, and I got mine in hand at, well, I got a custom in hand at Blade Show. And then when I got to hang out with Greg at CanCon, I got to play with some of the production models and some customs. And I was like, yeah, I'm glad I got one of these on pre order. TJ, what's up, Titanium? Justin's in the house. And it looks like we got Donnie. Thank you guys for dropping in. I greatly appreciate it. Do me a favor, be sure and hit that thumbs up on your way in. And welcome, welcome, welcome. I greatly appreciate it, guys. We're just sitting here shooting the shit, talking about knives. We were talking about having a cold, talking about how bad my memory is. So thank you guys. I greatly appreciate it. What have you guys been up to today? Anything good? Have you eaten anything good? And I only say that because right before the live, the family came home and there was this new place that opened up and like it was hyped. Like it was hyped. And it was my wife that is the one that found it. And it was well, it was seafood focused, which she didn't realize that. That doesn't bother me, y'all. And yeah, so it was not the menu she expected it to be, which left kind of her and my daughter out, I guess. It wasn't what they were expecting. It was it ended up being kind of a higher end Mexican restaurant. And like, it was really good. Like their timing, like we literally ate in like, I don't know, like everybody didn't get their food all at the same time. And I don't mean just a minute or two apart. Like, I mean, like I was finishing empanadas and Jed was getting his food. So anyways, but anyways, it ended up not being the greatest meal. So that's why I asked whatever I have. Mo Patty's in the house. Hey Trish, how are you doing? And your stuff, your stuff and the knife I had to send back to One Track Mine, it's shipped, but for whatever reason, I dropped it off at the UPS store. It is not showing scanned in by UPS, but it is shipped. I even have copies of your shipping labels. So I will send you that. Did I send it to you? I can't remember, but I do have copies of it. So your scales are on the way. Yes, your stuff. Your stuff. I'll put you a bunch of goodies in there too, Trish. So thank you for all the stickers. I greatly appreciate it. Right here. There we go. Yes, ma'am. I keep one. Actually, I keep two on my desk, and the rest I put away, so people don't ask me for them. You know what I'm saying? Put it right here next to the boys at South Park. Oh, it's gonna fall over. So I hope you guys are having a good day, good Sunday. We it's kind of a odd day in this household today, so not a typical Sunday. Everybody skipped church because, well, we're all sick, and then yeah, just a weird day. So, man, so you guys are gearing up for Texas, aren't you? Yes. Hey, they're supposed to hit us tonight in early morning. Trish. So I am I don't know, man. Like I have insurance, but God. So like I got this pecan tree in my front yard that I think is sketch. So if y'all are religious, say a prayer. And if you're not, say a prayer. Anyways, so did anybody get anything new this week? Like, I know it seems like it was a big week for me, but again, this was already here. This had been here. I just hadn't really messed with it. This one has been here for a while, but it's going to be a part of a budget banger. So my only real new ones in this week were these three, and these two are going to be mine. This has to go back to Sever. So, but you better believe I'm buying one. I'm going to buy one with the belt satin blade though, not the black. Even though I love black and purple. If it's black DLC, I'd have bought it. You know what? My family was like that at first, and they're coming around. Um, and Jed loves the science. I've said that many times. Jed loves the science and the design of knives. He's probably going to design a knife that'll make him rich that we all wish we designed when he gets older because he's that freaking smart. But my wife really tries. I have a wonderful wife, Miss T.C.Blades, and she is starting to get into it. And let me tell you something. What was it? Not last weekend, but the weekend before. She finally flicked the knife open legitimately without having to, get it started and do the, when you see people, this knife's too small. Hold on. Let me get one. This will be a good one. When you see people do that, you know, I can't look, to each his own, right? But I can't stand when people do that to get that loud click. But anyways, so Carrie, Miss T.C.Blades got her first legitimate, not from a backflip, but like reverse flick. And dude, she was as giddy as a schoolgirl. And it made me happy too. And I told her, I said, once you figure it out, you'll always be able to do it. I said, every knife will be a little bit different and you'll have to find its sweet spot. I said, but once you do it, you know. So I was pretty stoked about that. And she got a girly knife this week, guys. It's over there. I mean, I could go get it, but I'm not going to. Have you guys heard of Bright Blades or Brighton Blades? It's very women oriented. They come in like these themed little pocketbooks. For you people up north, like Women's Wallet. Wyoming Adventures. Hey, how are you? And yes, you have heard of them. That's great. Thank you for dropping in. And so she got a purple one in, and like the thumb stud is jeweled, the pivot is jeweled, and it's not. You can tell it's not an overly expensive knife, but I think it's something a lot of women or even young girls can get into, and they can throw it into their purse and not be um feel, I don't know, like intimidated, I guess. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so she got that. And then so that there's something in the works with them, and it will definitely involve Miss TC Blades. So I hope that works out for her because she's actually getting quite the collection herself. Most of hers are all Tiffany blue, but she is getting quite the collection. So hello. Huh. Sounded like somebody knocked. Sorry. Man, have we only been on here for an hour? Wow. Hey, so did anybody in the Guardians EDC last night, did anybody jump on and buy anything from the auctions? That is right. Now she likes purple too, like us, Trish. Um, she likes purple too, but she loves her Tiffany blue. That's why she wants this knife, this Herman Epica. And I'm like, no, no, thank you. You're not getting that. It's mine. It sits on its stand all day. I write with it. I really do. And, but I got her one like these. It's not the Tesseract. It is I can't remember her design. But anyways, hers is more teal, more Tiffany blue. But it's a tack ray pen. We got them Kickstarter. This thing is really fun as far as fidgeting. I mean, it's yeah. So it's a very expensive pen. Yes, you're right. And I have been blessed with two of them, and they do feel fabulous in the hand. I actually did a terrific. I wrote a terrific monologue about Epica pens, and if I knew how to play it where you guys could hear it, because it's like 2 minutes long, I'd let you hear it. So, and I guess I could do it as a short, right? I mean, look, they're constantly dropping pins, so maybe do it as another short. Matt, the Tacris, or Tarkus, excuse me for which one is that? Hold on, let me pull it up. Because I gave one away, a little budget banger, and it's insane. Like, I'm gonna buy another one. Insane. I love it. Tack Ray. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yes, it is. That is the exact one. I gave one away in a giveaway. And that's another one because you know how I feel about crossbar locks. I was like, and then when I got it, I was like, okay, this is a really good knife, man. And see, that's when I do like PVD coatings because if it's going to be a D2 blade, that PVD coating just doesn't do anything but help protect it, even though I take pretty good care of my knives. So yes, I will tell y'all. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it right now while I got Amazon pulled up. Hold on. Add to cart. Told you I was gonna buy another one. Okay. And the CCFFCC. That is insane. CCFCCC. Okay. Hey, do y'all know also on Amazon you can buy a Felissa 14C28N. Lowest price in 30 days, $17.99. It's half aluminum, half wood scales, and it's pretty badass. But the best, besides buying a rake, the to me the most bang for your buck, the best budget banger right now is the camel. Like, um, the camel is just insanely sick and amazing. So, uh, okay, got it. All right, I'm back. Yeah. Oh, and the cosmic too is pretty sick. And I really want to get a Thai cosmic, but man, $300. Well, thank you about the Herman. And yes, they are absolutely worth it. So is my Rob Johnson. Um, so some people think I may be overboard with my collection and be kind of crazy about it. And hey, who knows? Maybe if I went to a therapist, she would tell me that I am trying to fill a hole in my heart with knives. And that may very well be because this kind of all kicked off when my mom passed. But yeah, either way, I truly enjoy and love the passion of it now. And I was trying to see if I can grab a cosmic it within reach. Yeah, I got one. Oh, just one? Huh. Okay. Well, I have a black one and a orange one, but yeah, I love the compound ground on this cosmic top liner lock. I think I showed it before when I got it. These have gotten hard to find, very hard to find. Okay, let me read. I'm gonna catch up on the chat, guys. I'm addicted to knives. I am. I used to say it as a joke, but I thoroughly believe it now. And you know what? Any kind of addiction can supposedly ruin your life, and I agree with that. But there's a hell of a lot worse things we could all be addicted to, right? You love a brand and you're dedicated to them. I think that's awesome. Let's see. I mean, if it works, Co Bunny. I feel that way about ZTM Protect. Orange handle. This orange handle, this is a Remet Cosmic. Compound ground, flat right here. Um, yeah, man. It is sick. Top liner lock. You can actuate it with from the button or just like on a um, Rhino. I got this one and a black one. They make an all tie one, but it's kind of pricey. So let's see. Kind of want to go back. You know, I've only had a few sing cuts and I never disliked any of them. You know, like I said, you could tell the difference in like Civivi micarta and sing cut micarta, but as far as knife quality, they weren't bad knives. TRM is, and let me tell you, I had a was it the neutron or the atom? I can't remember. Anyways, I had one from Fred and I had it for a couple of weeks and I played with it. And like when I first got it, it's the first time I'd ever really played with a TRM. And I was like, this is not for me, you know. But then it grew on me. And the action actually started getting better and better just from me fidgeting with it. And then I finally said, Fred, I'm going to buy this TRM because you know he offered it, see if I wanted to buy it when I first got it. I said, Fred, I'm going to buy it. He said, no, you're not. I said, why? He goes, I already sold it. He goes, I need you to send it to such and such. And I was like, oh man. And you know, Fred was going to try to work something out, get me another one or get this guy out of the one. Because Fred is a great guy. He's like that. Fred is an amazing guy in the community. And I told him, I said, no, it is not my fault. And although I do not own a TRM, um, apparently this guy did not own a lot of knives, period. And Fred was wanting to give him a great deal. And so I said, let him have it, man. Absolutely. Wasn't upset at all when I heard the story. So, Odium. I'm trying to think. The baby blue Civivi Odium. Got to look it up. You know, I'm going to do this on my phone so I don't have to stop looking at the screen. Civivi Odium. You know, you think you know a lot about knives, but there's always somebody that knows more or just knows different. Civivi. Oh, that's a good looking knife, man. Oh, yeah, that blue does look good. Hey, there's a few left on Amazon. Man, that is a pretty blue. That is like, that's a pretty blue. Wow. I mean, it's not going to show up for you guys, but yeah, that's good looking. I like that. Okay. You know what I'm trying to do that with, but it's kind of expensive, Nick, is uh Devo. I have quite a few Devo knives, and because Devo was the first knife I ever bought when there was a drop. You know, it's dropping, and I bought one, and um, that kind of hooked me on that. And then I was so in love with the action and the fidgetiness of it. So yeah, I've tried to do that with Devo knives. Uh, Black Odium and love it. Okay, I am just catching up on the chat, guys. Bear with me. It's really well made. It is hard for me to let's see there. Mini Mordax. Yeah, that's good. The Odium is a quality knife. Cool. I am definitely caught up now. Unless I missed something. What knives have y'all ever has like surprised you? Have you guys ever been surprised by a knife? Like thinking, oh wow, that's really cool, or that's way better than I thought it'd be, or something like that. Like it wasn't expensive, but that tack ray knife really surprised me. Yeah, for like less than $20. Um, okay. I was surprised by the yeah. I'm gonna say yeah, yeah. The raccoon, man, dude. The raccoon and the porcupine, like, dude, that's not like a poor man's Rosie. I don't know what is. The Chronos Brazen surprised me on how well it did. And Matt, I got mine at Blade Show last day, last hour. I was walking by and Jed wanted to see if he gets stickers, and we stopped. He ended up giving Jed a hat. And he's like, hey, and so I pick it up and it's the Chronos version, and I start flipping it and all that. He said, yeah, if you want one for uh, it wasn't very much. He said, I'll give it to you. I was like, hell yeah. And so, yep, I love that knife. Man, could you imagine that knife, Matt, if they would have made it in titanium? Ooh, yeah, that would have been pretty sick. The Sun Spear surprised me. The porcupine. Yeah, I like the porcupine a lot. I really do. You know how so Vosteed has kind of made some premium versions of some of their budget stuff? Not budget, but mo- more cost friendly stuff. I wish they'd start doing that with all, you know, yeah, it's nice to come out with new models, but like, let's make some premium versions of everything. I know, man. And there's been a number of knives like that, especially if they're like aluminum. I'm like, oh my God, dude, if this was in titanium. But yeah, I'd be all over that. And it even though that aluminum, it looks like tie. Like if you were just walking by and you didn't know any better, you'd think so. Like, man, I'm gonna tell you that there are so many companies out there that have just well, good example. And granted, it's their design. It's not they didn't build the knife, but like the exclusives, well, with White Mountain, the sail fin, like The Selfin is easily almost a $300 knife. All titanium, insane, absolutely insane action, wonderful blade. I mean, and then what was the other one they made? They partnered up. You guys have to remember for me. I can't remember the name. It was the more recent one. Uh, oh, y'all want to know a knife that surprised me? Now it was a little more expensive, but the Parallel. I thought one, I'm gonna hate that knife because it's gonna be too thin, and I'm not gonna like the way it feels in my hand. And two, it's crossbar lock, so that's gonna suck. The Parallel blew me away. Really, I was surprised by it. And I swear, I know each knife is probably put together by a different person and all, and blah blah blah, and so they can come tuned differently. But that green one, the one I got sent from to me from Blade HQ, um, and I'm not saying it's made there, you know what I mean. The green one, the more recent one, I think has better action than the black one, and that might be in my head, I know, but the Parallel really, really surprised me. I do like my Main Street, my full size. I bought the full dressed mini, and I couldn't. That was the first knife that I held and was like, "This is too small." I couldn't. I had to sell it. Broke my heart because it was gorgeous, full dress, and I had to sell it because it was just too small. I hate a thief. We're gonna say it was lost, but yeah, I love knives that surprise. Um, and yeah, surprise me. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be, super premium. If it's just well made and you can tell it's well made, that's all I need. Okay. All right. Let me see something here. I have that Civivi Robin. Actually, I got two of them. I got one in green micarta and one in natural. No, natural G10. Excuse me. Uh, uh, okay, hold on, guys. Uh,
Hey, what's going on?
yeah, absolutely. Sorry, guys. I got a message saying something was being delayed. So imagine that. I have not held the best tech TARDIS. Um, I've had pretty good luck with all but I've had good luck. I've had knives with great action from their budget line, Best Tech Man. So yeah, I like Best Tech. I hate how sometimes or a lot of times they billboard on the side of the blade the way they do. But yeah, I like Best Tech a lot. So uh, now, one thing I will say. All right, now we have some newer people in here, or not newer, but people that weren't here earlier. So I will say it one more time. For St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to post a short. Okay. And in that short, you need to make a comment. And then I will use random comment picker for the St. Patrick's Day giveaway. And the plan is a Remet Rhino. I showed it to you earlier. It's similar to this one, black blade, blue and black mix scales. And that is the plan. I may give the winner a choice, so we'll see. But 1 second. So keep an eye out for that short on St. Patrick's Day. And that will be the easiest way to win. And you can tell as many people as you want. You can tell as few people as you want. Less people that enter, better your chances. But I'm just saying, spread the word. And hey, look, who doesn't want a free Remet, right? So, and by the way, how are you, Dwayne? Mr. D, how are you, sir? Thank you for dropping in. And thank you for hitting the absolutely, David. No problem, man. Be sure and hit that thumbs up button, please. And something I may or may not, I'm really leaning towards may put on the chopping block. And what I mean by that is coming up for sale is, and I could change my mind, but I can't, the Gilgamesh. And this is the more expensive of the models. This is the one that they sell for 300. I don't know what it sells for, like on Blade HQ or anything, with the Mars Valley all tight, red pivot collar like that. But the action is insane for the size knife it is. But that flipper tab, and I get it, it protects your finger perfectly. But so this may or may not, but probably may be coming up on the chopping block. So I will give everybody a shot at it first before I put it off the blade bench. So, and I'm going to tell you, have not carried it. I've only sliced light paper and stuff, but dude, that belly, yeah, that's a sick cutter. Sick cutter, man. And that is a carbon fiber that has surprised me. I'd always seen images online of Mars Valley, and I did not think I'd like it until I held it in hand. So, and yeah, that's great, and if people just show up for giveaways, well, then that's what they do. That's why I also do member only giveaways. And, but I like to think that, we have good conversation because I know you guys are all amazing and your knowledge base, and you're out there throughout the day and throughout the week, you know, hitting all the sites and checking out all the Instagrams as well as I am and seeing what's new. And you guys let me know about a lot of things first because, people like Concept and Tennables that have really supported my channel and Orange Mountain, or Orange Mountain. Sorry, I'm looking at Stan right here and thinking he looks like an orange. Uh, White Mountain Knives, has really supported my channel and now Blade HQ. So a lot of emails going back and forth and all that. So I don't tend to spend as much time surfing the internet and trying to find the new stuff. So you guys are a plethora of knowledge that I look forward to. And that's why I try to meet up with all you guys and all the other lives. So, but anyways, let's see. I just like talking with people in the knife community. For me, it's not just about giveaways. Right. It's not. Y'all, I did fall asleep last night in the middle of Shambo's, and he had just made me a moderator this past week, and I heard my name called in the pocket check, but dude, I was out. So That cold medicine did me in. White Mountain Eyes. It is absolutely, and I'm not saying that all right because I don't make anything monetarily from White Mountain Eyes. I'll tell you that outright. But they always 99. That's the delivery. They I'm getting a Walmart delivery, guys. Um, Stomach medicine. You can give your dog Pepto, by the way. But anyways, their prices are always terrific, and you don't even have to use mine. Mine's T.C.Blades, but you can use anybody's. Hell, y'all might even have one yourself. Use creators content creators code. That's 10 more percent off, and no tax and free shipping. Like a couple of lives ago, we did the and I did it in one video. I can't remember what knife it was, but I did the math. Okay. Like if I would have had to pay the tax in my area, if I'd have had to pay shipping, okay, and no 10% discount, it was knocking on like 30% extra I would have to pay. And I was not having to pay that. Clint Crosby's in the house. Thank you, sir, for dropping in. I greatly appreciate it, man. I love seeing everybody drop in that I know, and I like meeting new people too, but it's always good to see familiar faces. So be sure and hit that thumbs up, man. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, are we back, guys? Check one, two. Can you hear me? Okay, so I will tell you what happened. I was apparently trying to blow up the desk. I have a map torch down below, and I kicked it. When I kicked it, it hit my soundboard, unplugged my soundboard, and when I plugged everything back in, it didn't want to reconnect. So I had to reboot split cam. So sorry about that, guys. I know different sites, and I shop at different times and have exclusives, but dollar if you're buying brand new, you usually can save the most at Wild Mountain. But Blade HQ, man, they got a special place in my heart. I love me some Blade HQ. So I just like free shipping and no tax. That's all. But anyways, sorry about the interruption, guys. Well, I tell you what, guys, I'm not sure where everybody's at. Actually, I should be. I have like all y'all's addresses. Um, but it is 7:41 here, and though that is not late, um, it is time for me to take more cold medicine. And I think the old T.C.Blades family is going to wind it down early tonight. We'll probably all be asleep. If I had to guess, before 9 o'clock, because literally the whole house has a cold. And I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys. Sorry about last weekend. And man, it is great to be back, guys. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. So, anyways, yep, be sure and look for that video, enter, and you'll have a remit on your way. And I'll throw a little gift pack together with some stickers. And hey, FYI, guys, I do have new poker chips coming in for 2026. I have new stickers coming in, and I still have a ton of Christmas stickers with Boudreaux driving the sleigh. Oh man, hey, we didn't even talk about these. Dang, 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 dang. So I got that real quick, just real quick. I'll do some videos on them. You can't really see it because it hadn't cured yet, how sparkly it is, but it is, and it's not glitter, it's silver. The inlays on the Remet knife, the swordfish, yeah, I'm making those now. So I took my carbon fiber one and I just made a mold. Yeah, buddy. And I have tons of my own carbon fiber. I have gold flake, gold leaf, silver leaf, and I have all my casting resins. So, yep. But anyways, well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I do mean this from the bottom of my heart. I absolutely love each and every one of you. I hope you have a great week. And there's a number of us getting ready to face some storms. So hunker down, grab your favorite knife, and peace.